Hi guys, PJ back at it again, taking a look at the latest Warhammer game. We have Vermintide 2 here, obviously in its beta format at the moment, but still the options should remain the same for the game, so we're going to run through all the options and settings that is available for the game. When you first load the game, there's a very small box comes up and basically it asks you your basic resolution, and it will detect the quality of the game for you, such as high or extreme, etc. And it also asks how many threads as well you want to use. Now that's an interesting one. So if you've got a high multi-core or multi-threaded processor, yeah, it looks like this uses it really well. Mine auto detected and uses 5 out of the 8, so yeah, it seems to use processors well. So let's get straight into this, go straight into the options and see what's cracking off. So if we go in now, we've got straight away we're on gameplay here. Now obviously if you want to read any of this in detail, pause the video, have a quick look through yourself. I've left everything of default, I've not touched anything other than lowering the sound down. Okay, so these are all your options. We'll just scroll down so you can see the bottom of this menu. There we go. Won't read them all out to you, I'm pretty sure you can go through all those. Video. Obviously quite a few on video, but your usual screen modes apply. We've got borderless, we've got full screen, and we've got windowed. Yeah. Resolution, obviously depending on what your monitor supports or your TV. I plugged it into a 4K TV, it supported that no problem at all. So obviously all your normal stuff's there, by the way. 640p, 720p, 900p, 1080p, 1440p, 4K, and all the ones in between. So there's good support for all different size monitors, including ultra wides. So yeah, you don't want to worry about that one at all. Field of view set to 65 as default. Goes down to 45 and all the way up to 120. But that's going to require probably a decent bit of kit, I would imagine, to take all that into account if it's set to 65 as default. So deep pockets computer to maybe run that. What do you reckon? Deep pockets at the moment with all those flipping miners driving the prices up, but there we go. That's another story and maybe another video one day. So Vsync on and off. There you go. There's no variable or adaptive, just on and off. Cap your frame rate, we've got off 30, 60, 90, 120 and off. There you go. Max stacking frames. It's a new one, isn't it? Auto 1, 2 or 3. It's basically like buffering, isn't it? It's just how many frames it'll render in advance, sort of thing. I think that was set to auto. We'll just leave it on auto there. Gamma speaks for itself, doesn't it? Slider there, up and down. You got a little picture there that you can change. So in other words, if you slide it on 2.2 at the minute, there you go, up and down. 2.2 is pretty dark actually. I don't think we can quite see anything there, can we? Not too bright. This will vary a lot, of course, depending on your screen and what settings you're running. But for myself there, I noticed I couldn't see some of the distant objects behind the menu, so I cranked it up a little bit. Okay, graphics quality. You have got presets. Mine defaulted to extreme. Just to let you know, this is on a Asus ROG GTX 1060 6GB card. It's on maximum overclock. CPU is a FX 8350 8-core. It's on 4.2. It's a standard factory overclock. 16GB of RAM, and the game is installed on a 7200 speed normal hard drive. Windows 10 Pro is on an Intel SSD, and I'm recording using the Nvidia software Shadowplay to another SSD. So hopefully that won't put too much of a delay on everything if we test that in the gameplay later on. Okay, so we've got extreme, high, medium, low, lowest. Didn't expect that one. Custom and extreme. So if we go custom, so we can have a look at all the options, yeah. We have character texture detail. We're set to high, which is the highest. So low, medium, high. Nice and straightforward. Same for that one, which is your environment detail. Particle quality. Lowest, low, medium, high, extreme, and then transparency resolution. Low, medium. No, whoa, hold on. No, going forward of myself there, guys. It's just low and high. That's it. Okay. Scatter density. Obviously scales up and down, 100 being the top, and off. There we go. Blood decal amount. Oh, we got 100 there. Goes up to 500. goes down to 0. This is the extreme preset. Okay, so this is what it classes extreme. It looks like you can bump certainly this up above extreme. What we got? Local light shadow quality. There is extreme, off, low, medium, high. Sun shadows. Same order thought. Off, low, medium, high, and extreme. Max shadow casting lights. Okay, we're on 6. Goes up to 10. Goes down to 1. So yeah, it looks like you can push it above extreme. That's quite interesting. Volumetric fog quality. Now this will be a GPU killer. So if you're struggling on your GPU performance, you might want to dial this one down a bit. That and shadows is normally a big hit. Let's face it, it's the common one, isn't it? So it's default to extreme for myself. So look, we've got high, medium, low, and off. Okay, so you can actually turn it off completely. Ambient light quality. Is high the highest? Yes it is. Low, medium, high. High quality fur. Have we got any of the NVIDIA fur? Probably not, eh? On and off. Yeah, just on and off. Righto. What we got down here? Anti-aliasing options are TAA, non, FXAA. That's it. Top one is TAA. Sharpness filter. On and off. SSAO extreme, off, medium, high, extreme. So there's no low, it's off or medium, yeah. And then you've got your bloom on and off, skin shading on and off. What else we got? Depth of field on and off, screen space reflections on and off. Again, GPU killer, guys. So if you're struggling, turn that off. Light shafts on and off. They can be bad as well, actually. Lens flare, not normally too much of a hit. Lens flare. Color distortion on and off. And motion blur on and off. Okay. Physics debris on and off. And animation LOD distance. Well, it's maxed out at 1 and we go 0 point all the way down to 0.1. Okay, so that is all your video options. Moving to audio. Just let that apply. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Master volume there, simple enough. Music volume separately up and down. Voice chat, obviously there. Push to talk, you know, you can configure that, what you got, just on and off, yeah. Voice chat volume. Speaker configuration. This is good to see in a game. Too many games nowadays are just pushing normal stereo and no options. So we've got speakers, headphones. It's better than just having speakers. You have got a headset option at least. Sound quality, low, medium and high. Okay. A dynamic range, medium, low, high. Subtitles on and off. Let's apply that. Key bindings. There's your normal ones as ever. So yeah, your WASD there and all your other stuff. What else have we got down here? Attack, yeah, mouse button as expected. Interestingly, I have an Xbox One controller plugged in. Let's see if it works. Well, I say plugged in, it's on a wireless connection of course, but yeah, that's fine. Look, no problem there, that works. We'll put that away. It is actually flat, so we need to charge that up. Back to mouse keyboard. So if we just go down so you can see the options again, pause the video if you need to look at these, and there we go. You got chat buttons and stuff there. Chat is Y. A lot of games use U. Oh well. Controller. Oh, there we go. Straight away. Controller options. So there we go. Icon style. That's interesting. What we got? PlayStation 4 options. Excellent. And Xbox One. Steam controller I would have thought would just work straight off the bat, so it's not really going to show it, is it? Because it mimics mouse keyboard layout, so yeah, Steam controller should work. Network, of course. Tobii eye tracking. That's it. Now it didn't take long to load into this, I must admit. It was pretty quick. I chose this chap. He's like a mage, a warlock type thing. I've never played a Warhammer game, so anybody who's played one before will be thinking, oh, you don't know what he's on about. No, I don't. There you go. Quite truthful. Never played one of these games. Looked quite interesting though. Got invited to the closed beta, so thought, right, okay, we'll have a look. So yeah, thought I'd choose this guy. Loading into game. I'll just quickly cut because obviously we don't want to be bored out of school waiting for it to load. Okay, so here we are in game. Loaded pretty much instantly, to be honest with you. And like I say, it's only on a 7200 speed, it's not on an SSD of any kind. Looks very nice. Really does look nice actually. Good use of tessellation on the brickwork and everything. Frame rate, what we got here, 57, 60. It's probably going to drop in busy situations, but this is the extreme preset. And of course, if you're using a normal 1080p monitor, you'll be using less pixels than myself, because this being an ultra wide, it's going to produce more pixels. So you should get an even better frame rate than me. We got 63. Oh wow, that's all over the place. 30. Okay. So put a bit of an overlay on, see what's going off with all the CPU cores, etc. Okay, so we're in Msi Afterburner. We've got the Reaver tuner plugged in as well there. So as we can see in this like little starting area where you select missions, etc. CPU not too bad at all. Nothing too taxed. Okay, so we select a mission, E. Like I say, if you're a long time player of this type of game, then you know you'll be knowing a lot more than me, because I haven't got a clue. So we click. What do we do now, guys? Story mode. Let's do story mode. Play. Change mission. Oh, there we go. Oh, this looks nice. Against the grain. Right, yeah. Quite like that one. Select. Change difficulty. Recruit. Definitely. Okay. Play. Stay. Hosting the game. Yeah. Joining. Multiplayer. Okay, so we're straight into multiplayer, are we? Righto. However, being a closed beta, I don't know how many people will actually be playing the game, so there is that worry, isn't there? Let's go down here. Frame rate seems all over the place. I've noticed that. So what have we got here? What do we do here? Oh, just wait around. Hey, there's more players, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's some players. Frame rate, atrocious. Might have to drop this down to high. Can we do that in game? Let's have a look. Here we go. Let's go high. So, what do we do now? It's not lost too much, has it? Still looks very nice. Still struggling though, we're still sort of sitting at 30 frames and then 60 frames. I've got my refresh on the monitor set at 75 Hz, so yeah, let's see what's going on. Okay, we're loading in now properly. Let's see how long this takes.
Now, that's bad enough, but it turns out some folk were too stubborn to show a clean pair of heels
That's
when
quick.
it all went south. Now,
Like that. No one likes long loading screens, do they? Okay.
Are being shipped off to Helmgart to be used as fodder for the Skittergate in one way or another. Make your way
so we've got one of each class here.
And save as many as you can.
And we got 50s. That is a very nice looking game. Oh, we've got some judder though. It's still actually loading by the look of it. It could be latency though, it's hard to know. Well, looking at the CPU usage and the GPU usage, it may well be latency. Because nothing's maxed, so that's my guess anyway. It is a guess. Yeah, these guys killing stuff. Hey, I want to get in on that. Okay. We go over here. Nope. End of the road. Hey, he's over. How do we get over there?
Slice them
he's got a gun.
pieces,
That's cool.
darlings.
What's this?
Yeah.
It's a bomb. No? Yep, it's a bomb. Okay, so frame rate 37 there with the explosion. Okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do to see if it's latency. Let's drop this all the way down to low to see what's going on. Options, video, probably die while I'm doing this, shouldn't I? Lowest, yeah, that rules out then pretty much anything GPU side. Okay, so keep changes, continue. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's going better. I must admit. I don't think it redoes everything until you reload the game, so like textures or certain ones. So this is run around and slice them if I look at it. I'm being a wizard. How the heck do I do my wizardy thing? I should have read the instructions. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're definitely getting a bit better frame rate, but we've still got the stutters there. I don't know if you noticed that. So there's definitely some latency going on. And the flame effects aren't too good, are they? Low setting. Still. Right. It's still very playable, to be fair. It feels smooth to play. That's anything to go by. I mean, some games, you know, you frame times and stuff that can feel stuttery, but this feels pretty good. There we go. I'm dead. Like I say, not a player of this game, but it is interesting. I might come back to this. So what we'll do, stick it back on extreme and see how it suffers. We're averaging sort of 40-45 frames per second by the way. It hasn't reloaded everything. Let's get out of the way. There we go. Nice and quick. Feels responsive. It's alright. So let's just quickly go one more setting before we finish off. Go medium, yeah? Keep changes. Right, it says here Warhammer End Times Vermintide must be restarted for these changes to take effect. Yeah, it'll be basically loading in the textures, etc. Okay, let's return to game. There we go. Pretty much the same, isn't it? It does need a full restart to try it out properly. But there you go, guys. That's roughly what it looks like. Plays nice. Very responsive. Should run on a multitude of things looking at all the settings they've got on here. Certainly no bother here. Quite happy with the game. And that, guys, concludes this video. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope it was of some use to you at all. If it is, just click like underneath the video. Thanks again. Goodbye for now.